Visit avnet.com to learn more.
The All-Star break is in sight, and that can only mean one thing. 2025 Topps Baseball Series 2 is here. Series 2 has something for every baseball fan, showcasing this season's most exciting rookies and iconic moments from the game's greatest legends. 2025 Topps Baseball Series 2 is also packed with exclusive game-used memorabilia and autographs from the league's biggest stars. Get to your local hobby shop or Topps.com to build your collection today.
Diamondbacks Radio Network. D-Backs BP Show.
Thanks to D-Backs Director of Amateur Scouting, Ian Rebin, for joining me here on the D-Backs BP Show today as we get closer to the MLB draft, which is coming up in just a couple of weeks. Always fun to talk about the inner workings of how the organization approaches the draft. And my thanks, too, to the fine folks here at Guy Fieri's Downtown Phoenix Kitchen and Bar as they hosted us here for the D-Backs BP Show. Every Tuesday before a home game, we are out here among the people outside the gates at Chase Field. It's great to see everybody and get ready for the game. But now it is time to get you set for some baseball. Chris Garagiola and Tom Candiotti are standing by with the pitching matchup, the starting lineups, and all the play-by-play. Giants versus D-Backs is coming your way next on the Morgan & Morgan Diamondbacks Radio Network.
Arizona Diamondbacks Baseball, presented by Talking Stick Resort, Life Well Played, Avnet, delivering what's next in technology every time we take the field. Fry's, with Boost by Fry's VIP. Win game day with free grocery delivery, 2 times fuel points and more. Visit frysfood.com/boost today. The Diamondbacks Radio Network is brought to you by Morgan & Morgan. This has been the Diamondbacks BP Show.
12 News is dedicated to the Arizona Diamondbacks, bringing you the Friday fun. Lead off with D-Backs on Deck to get you ready for the first pitch. Then, tune in to watch select Friday home games on 12 News. It's all followed by 12 News at 10 for the latest developments across the state. Stream D-Backs on Deck, then catch up on breaking news, weather, and exclusive content. All available anytime on 12+. It's baseball season in Arizona. 12 News, the official broadcast home of your Arizona Diamondbacks.
And Team Bravo, backyard recon complete. And command, lounge chair secured. Request.
What is it that kind of got you hooked as a foodie, so to speak?
My dad was really into food when I was a kid. He traveled for work and he would go to places all over Europe and stuff. He was in sales and I feel like he would come home and try and cook the things he ate overseas. And so as a kid, I was exposed to a lot of like stuff that kids aren't usually exposed to. And so I credit my dad for that.
There's so much history right here. And when I put it on and it's so light, it just feels just right. It feels just right. I mean, look at this. It got the city on it. When I was 7 years old, my uncle takes me where? To Shea Stadium. Darryl Strawberry hits a home run and I become a fan for life.
Cattell does it once again, a 3-run homer.
Arizona Diamondbacks Baseball, presented by Talking Stick Resort, Life Well Played, Avnet, your hometown partner of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Fry's. Hey, D-Backs fans, score big game day meals at Fry's with savings beyond low prices, including digital coupons worth over $600 each week. Fry's, fresh for everyone. The Diamondbacks Radio Network is brought to you by Morgan & Morgan.
Broadcasting live from Chase Field in downtown Phoenix, it is once again time for Arizona Diamondback Baseball. And tonight, the D-backs look to build upon their series opening victory in Game 2 of 4 against the visiting San Francisco Giants. Hi, everybody. Welcome inside the Greg Schulte radio booth. My name is Chris Garagiola. I'm joined by our analyst, longtime Major League pitcher Tom Candiani. Also joined by Steve Zinsmeister. Leo Gilmartin is our producer, engineer, and Ali Narini and Parker Goresh are our technical directors back in studio. Candy, last night, great starting pitching, timely hitting, and a key win against the divisional foe. The D-backs are back to 500, and it's July 1st. It really is now or never as we approach the deadline at the end of this month, and the Diamondbacks still don't seem quite sure. Are they buyers? Are they sellers? This month will give us the answer.
It certainly will. Going back to last night's game, that seemed more like Diamondback baseball to me. Good starting pitcher. You didn't make any errors in that game, and that it's been kind of sloppy for them lately. And to see Ryan Nelson really go out and really pitch the way he did last year, and everyone else responded, I thought it was just a really fun game.
The pitching matchup is an interesting one. On the one hand, for the Giants, you have a player who is really just beginning his Major League career. On the other hand, in Zach Gallen, you have a player who's trying to salvage his career right now, or at least it seems like this season in need of salvaging. Let's start with Gallen, Candy. The thing that continues to be so surprising, the number of walks, which has probably led to the runs allowed. He's allowed the third most walks in baseball and the second most runs amongst any qualified starter in the majors.
Yeah, I think Zach really sometimes has to get back to basics. He's a very intelligent pitcher where he likes to try to outthink his opponent, try to get an edge any way that he possibly can. And sometimes you just have to take a step backwards. And you know what? This is how I win games. I get to 0-1, I get to 1-2. I make guys chase the ball out of the strike zone to get them out, instead of always trying to make that perfect pitch. And he's been falling behind, as witnessed by the high walk total that he's had this year. So I think if he just gets back to basics, his stuff is still good, and just go after these guys. We had a chance to look at the Giants last.
So the reason I got to Cooperstown is because I played with Cal, and I played with Eddie, and I played with some of the greatest players ever. And I just had to figure out how I did my job, and I was honored to have some of the best players that ever played put on uniforms, and they happen to be Oriole uniforms. If there's ever any doubt that I'm 78, all I got to do is look at my old cards, and I know.
There's so much history right here. And when I put it on and it's so light, it just feels just right. It feels just right. I mean, look at this. It got the city on it. When I was 7 years old, my uncle takes me where? To Shea Stadium. Darryl Strawberry hits a home run and I become a fan for life.
Do you see yourself maybe one day after baseball, like maybe food critic, food writer?
I would love to do that. That's the plan. I've been doing it ever since I was in the big leagues. It's just fun. It's fun to interact with people, like the fans, because a lot of my followers are baseball fans. Mm-hmm. So it's nice to interact with them on a topic that's not baseball. A lot of people seem to rally around that. I mean, who doesn't love good food?
Right now, all over the place just because of what you said. There's so many wild card teams that get in now. It's just not your division winner. So, the mechanics have changed so much. You just want to get into the postseason, and you're pretty close to it. You're at 500 baseball right now, I believe. And you know what? If you put together a good second half, you could get to a +10, and that should get you into a wild card berth.
We will see if the D-backs are able to do it. Right now, we're going to take our first break. When we come back, we'll get you the starting lineups, and then it's first pitch, Game 2 of 4, D-backs and Giants, and it's coming your way right after this on the Morgan & Morgan D-backs Radio Network.
It's a beautiful day at the grocery store. The shopper is rounding the end cap. Uh-oh, looks like there's some spilled tomato sauce. Here comes the slide. Oh,
that's going to leave a mark, Bob.
Talk about a curveball.
Clean up on aisle 5.
At Morgan & Morgan, we know injuries can come out of left field. As America's largest injury law firm, we've recovered over $20 billion for our clients. If you've been injured in an accident, call Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm and proud partner of the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Every day, helping, caring, supporting. Every day at APS, we're here to provide payment assistance programs to customers in need. We recognize how important it is to keep your bill as low as possible. Our energy support program offers eligible customers discounts of up to 25 or 60% every month. Pay down your bill with crisis bill assistance and other programs and resources. Learn how you can get help with your bill at aps.com/brighter.
Experience a playcation in paradise. Talking Stick Resort in sunny Scottsdale offers you 4-star mountain views. Treat yourself to a relaxing spa, enjoy award-winning dining, and explore the hottest slots and table games. Plunge into our refreshing pools with private.
If you were to find a jersey or if you swap a jersey, one of the players on the National League, who would it be? Who would you pick?
Okay, so I got an Ohtani jersey last year, so
nice.
I'm gonna probably say Harper.
Maybe Judge. He's one of the greatest to play the game in the last 5, 6, 7 years, so it'd be cool to have his jersey. Ellie's been fun to watch. Yeah, Ellie'd be a cool one. I mean, his jersey would probably be too big for me. It'd probably go down to my knees.
I can't imagine transitioning from loving baseball cards to then knowing it's inevitably coming that you're going to be on baseball cards. What was that moment like for you?
Yeah, I think the first card I saw was when they did something for USA Baseball, and then now seeing my face, seeing me playing baseball on a card, it was surreal. It wasn't that it was that moment where we're like, wow, this is really something.
Oppo Taco.
I'm gonna guess it's an opposite field, upper deck, maybe something like a
home run to the opposite field. You got it.
This is a good one. A hack.
I don't know. I mean, is it the same as the layman's term hack, like a bad chef?
You've guessed correctly.
Okay.
Someone's a hack. Someone that's just nailing it in.
Yeah.
They're not putting their heart into it.
.42 wins, 42 losses. Leading off at shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo. Batting second at second base, Ketel Marte. Batting third at first base, Pavin Smith. And batting fourth at third base, Eugenio Suarez. Batting fifth in left field, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Batting sixth in right field, Jake McCarthy. Batting seventh, designated hitter Randall Grichuk. Batting eighth, catcher James McCann. And rounding out the starting nine in center field, Alec Thomas. Again, for the Diamondbacks, the lineup features Perdomo, Marte, Smith, Suarez, Gurriel, McCarthy, Grichuk, McCann, and Thomas. And Candy on the mound for the Diamondbacks, 29-year-old right-hander Zach Gallen.
Zach Gallen sitting right now at a 5-9 record. He's made 17 starts. ERA a little bit on the high side for him right now. He's going to come at you with the four-seam fastball, a curveball, a changeup, a slider, and a cutter if needed. He'll just not afraid to throw any one of those pitches. He'll throw it any count. The big thing for Zach is the ability to control the counts. If he can get to 0-1, if he can get to 1-2, he's going to win those battles. And he needs to really cut those walks down as they're almost at 4 per 9. He's standing at 3.90. And another thing that's really kind of hindered him a little bit is in a lot of it's pitching behind in the count, because he's given up 19 home runs, and that is very un-Zach Gallen-like.
Our umpires for this one calling balls and strikes, the crew chief Adrian Johnson, At first base, it is Paul Clemens. At second base, Ramon DeJesus. And over at third, it is Quinn Walcott. The D-backs today going to rock their red alternate jerseys. Red jerseys with white pants, red caps and bills. The word Diamondbacks sprawled across the chest for the second game in a row. The Giants in their traditional road uniforms. Gray jerseys, gray pants, and in orange font, the word San Francisco written across the chest. Yastrzemski, who did not feature for the Giants in the opener last night, will lead it off as we are ready for baseball. Hot one outside. It's July 1st, what you expect, but nice, cool, and comfortable inside of Chase Field. And now a point of the finger by Adrian Johnson. We're ready. Gallen, first pitch, and that is a strike called. And away we go on time at, 6:41. Close enough. 0-1 the count.
Nice pitch to start it off. Good fastball. Getting ahead of Yastrzemski.
Now the pitch, and that one dropped in there for a second strike. As the count is 0-2. 106 degrees outside. A cool 73 degrees inside. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And that one swung on and fouled straight back. On the season, Yastrzemski is hitting .244, 7 homers, and 27 driven in. Now the pitch, a swing, and a deflection foul. After being very patient on those first couple of pitches, he goes after a cutter inside.
Yeah, off the plate inside. Nice pitch. Doesn't throw his cutter that often, about 7% of the time this year.
0-2. Outside. Changeup ran off the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Yastrzemski got his major league career started a little bit late. He's only in his 7th season, but he's 34 years old as he tried to check his swing on a curve, and he did so successfully, says Quinn Walcott. The count now at an even 2 ball, 2 strike count.
Boy, almost chased that one. He just dropped that curveball right on the plate. Just a little more depth to it. Probably gets the strikeout.
Right-hander ready. The 2-2 is again swung on and fouled back. A changeup that time.
Yastrzemski, no secret with Gallen. He's had 28 at-bats against him, so they know each other extremely well.
A lot of starts, unsurprisingly, for Gallen against the Giants. As this 2-2, hard hit ground ball, base hit into right field.
Cut fastball, didn't quite get it inside far enough that time. Had more of the middle of the plate, and Yastrzemski's able to roll over the top of it. And that base hit to right field.
Here is Elliot Ramos. Ramos, who was in the 3 spot yesterday, in a real tough night for the Giants. 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. First pitch to the right-handed hitter, and he takes a called strike. 0-1 the count. Good to see some early fastballs fired in there for strikes. That'll be a real key for Gallen throughout the entirety of his start. Can he get ahead of this struggling Giant offense? As the 0-1, a carbon copy of the first pitch. A called strike, and it's 0-2.
Almost the way he attacked Yastrzemski. Just fastballs, in there for strikes.
The 0-2 now, swing and a miss. And he strikes out Ramos and just challenged him with 4-seam fastballs the entire at-bat.
Just went right after him. And it was a nice thing to see, too, Gallen just attacking a hitter with his fastball.
One down here is Rafael Devers. He certainly did not look like Rafi Devers last night. He was 0 for 4 with 4 swinging strikeouts. The first pitch here, and Gallen just missed the corner. 1 ball, no strikes. Second start in a row now that Gallen, his battery mate, is the veteran James McCann. McCann made his D-back debut against the White Sox. As now here comes the 1-0 pitch. That's in the dirt. Kind of a bluff run by Yastrzemski, who, look, even at age 34, he's going to take his chances to steal. So far, 7 attempts and 5 successful stolen bases. However, 2 balls, no strikes to a dangerous power hitter in Devers, 17 homers. And now Gallen just nibbling here, missed outside, and he's fallen behind. 3 balls, no strikes.
Well, last night we certainly saw Devers having a difficult time with Nelson's fastball up in the zone. Gallen's been trying to move it around, but he's missed.
Swing and a foul on a 3-0 fastball, and Gallen wisely put it on the outer third. Wasn't just going to groove a pitch to the guy.
No, even though he's really been struggling with the Giants, I mean, he's still a very dangerous hitter.
Here's the 3-1. Swung on, that one fouled straight back.
But it looks like he has trouble up in the zone. Another fastball, a little bit up, a little bit in, but didn't have a good pass at that one.
Well, we know Ryan Nelson has a really good four-seam fastball. Gallen, it's not bad either. Just needs to throw it for more strikes. Throw to first, back there safely is Jastrzemski.
Well, when you look at his pitches by batting average against, four-seamer hitters only hitting .256 against it. The curveball 232 and the changeup 218, and all those not real high slugs. Those have been his three best pitches this year.
There goes the runner. The 3-2 swing and a miss. The throw to second off the glove of Perdomo. He tried to be too quick with the tag. And Jastrzemski now asking for time.
I love that pitch by Gallen because he just showed him no respect. And he just threw the ball right by him and said, hit it if you can. And again, he beat him with the fastball pretty much down the middle.
Sixth stolen base for Jastrzemski. That's back-to-back strikeouts now for Gallen. Here comes the trainer for the Giants. And I think he's just asking for an eye drop. Looked like some dirt had kicked into his eye. Into the medical fanny pack goes the trainer for the Giants.
He's in search for it. It's going to be embarrassing if he doesn't have it.
One of the rare times as well, mind you, that it appears the trainer has gone out without the towel. Now, I thought that was a league sanction rule. Anytime a trainer goes on the field, you got to have the towel. There it is.
An assist by the bat boy.
I mean, I don't want to tell you how to do your job here, but that's like me coming to work without a pen, all right? Like, where's your towel?
Usually you come with multiple pens.
Well, I like my colors. Jastrzemski's going to be all right. Runner in scoring position. And now here is Wilmer Flores. Flores, right-handed hitter, good thump. Getting the start at third base today. Usually over at first. So far this year, hitting .244, 11 homers. And Gallen's first pitch, a fluttering curveball that missed low for ball one.
Flores, a very good offensive player. 4 for 16 in his career against Gallen, pair of doubles.
No score, top of the first inning. And now the 1-0. Fastball, and it's lifted into shallow right center field. McCarthy in, breaks, and hauls it in. And that's going to do it for the Giants. In the top of the first inning, a leadoff single by Jastrzemski, but nothing to come.
A snack that Freddie cannot resist.
I would have to say chips and guacamole. Organic mango, yep.
Is that because of the strong Dominican contingent in the major leagues, bro? Has anybody ever struck out and gone crazy and smashed a cooler full of mangoes?
Nah, our team's not really into smashing each other's stuff, I guess.
Are you a seasoning guy? You like to drown your stuff in dips and sauces?
No. Gotta watch my figure.
And it looks great, brother.
I appreciate it.
Very sexy man.
Yeah,
Let's go, Freddie Freeman, ladies and gentlemen.
I think style, it's a very complicated thing.
Custom cleats came when I earned the rights to wear custom cleats.
So I think without going out and being loud and saying this is who I am or whatever, you can just kind of wear a certain shoe or a glove or a batting glove or whatever, and it kind of shows who you are.
blow your mind. You're gonna find what you love and love what you find.
With curbside pickup and delivery available, you'll always find what you love, only at Total Wine & More.
Drink responsibly, B21.
D-backs Front Office Focus. Wednesday mornings at 11:45 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Geraldo Perdomo leads off the bottom of the first, and the first pitch to him is a fastball from Hayden Birdsong, low for ball one. Perdomo once again in the leadoff spot with the absence of Corbin Carroll. A 1-0 pitch swung on, and that's popped up. Shallow left field, and Ramos in, and no problems there. He'll make the catch.
Well, I thought Perdomo would try to work him a little bit right there. I mean, Birdsong has a high walk rate, 3.81 walks per 9. And with Perdomo leading the game off, I thought he might take a few pitches.
Second start this year against the Diamondbacks. The first one on the 14th of May did not go well, only lasted 3 innings. 3 runs allowed, 4 hits. As this pitch is a strike to Ketel Marte. Diamondbacks wound up winning that game 8-7. Birdsong only threw 65 pitches. Not a huge pitch thrower. As now Marte takes a second strike. And the count is 0-2. So far this month, this is, well, now that we're in July, you look at the previous month.
Good one. That's a good call.
It's a good catch.
You caught it yourself.
There's the 0-2. And Marte takes off the plate. He made 5 starts, had an ERA at 6.38. But the thing that really stands out to me, Candy, only twice did he go over 90 pitches in those starts. Now a deflection foul by Ketel, and he stays alive at a ball and 2 strikes.
Young kids, you know, they go every which way. And sometimes it just takes other guys longer than others. He's certainly got good stuff.
And he struck out Ketel right there. Swing and a miss. A slider down and in. We're now 2 down for Pavin Smith.
Kind of working Ketel down in the zone. This one got on top of that slider, drove it down. That was a tough pitch.
No score, bottom of the first inning. And Pavin a 260 average with 8 homers, 28 RBIs. He's been bludgeoned by breaking balls. And the first pitch here is a rare fastball first pitch in there for a strike. Now the 0-1. Fastball too high. 1 ball and 1 strike. D-backs originally had Josh Naylor DHing tonight and batting 4th, but he was scratched. It's now the 1-1 off the plate again. It's 2 balls and a strike. And Torrey telling reporters prior to the game today he likes to put a guy in there if he passes the medical evaluation, and then it's up to the player as he's getting ready. If he feels right, green light. If not, he'll take him out. Now that pitch on the corner, and it's 2-2 on Pavin.
Well, so much Torrey does really comes at the hands of the trainers.
That one outside, a full count now.
In the medical department, letting them know, who's available and what you can expect.
Now Pavin will use his timeout here. Birdsong looking for an efficient first inning. And now the right-hander winds. Is 3-2. Is a laser shot foul down the line and into the seats it goes. Kind of staying away to Pavin here in this at-bat, and surprisingly mostly with fastballs. Can't help but wonder if that slider he threw to Ketel is maybe on the way. Here's the 3-2. And there it was. Slider, swing and a miss. And that's going to be a second strikeout for Hayden Birdsong and a 1-2-3 bottom of the first. We go to the second score.
Getting traded to Boston from Chicago. You see here the traditional jersey. I love a road jersey because it says where you're from. And this is simple, clean, and cool. And then you see this patch right here. This is from the 2013 postseason run, which was unlike anything I had ever been a part of, to punch through and hoist that trophy. Boston strong forever, baby.
Daniels Jewelers is the official sponsor of the trip around the diamond. Stop by any Daniels locations and say home run for your free team bracelet and $50 gift card toward any purchase of $99 or more. And at Daniels Jewelers, everyone is approved for credit. Daniels Jewelers, own the dream.
D-back skipper Torey Lovello talks with Burns and Gambo Friday afternoons at 2:30 on Arizona Sports 98.7 in the Arizona Sports app.
Giants will start the second inning with Dominic Smith, left-handed hitter. Had a nice performance in the opener last night. Couple of hits. First pitch here, he takes a strike. And another first pitch fastball in there for Gallen. The count is 0-1.
Well, he's not afraid to pound that strike zone in. Really doing a good job getting ahead.
Now the 0-1, a breaking ball swung on and grounded foul. The count 0-2. Talked a lot about the experience that Gallen has against these Giants. Dominic Smith might not obviously fall into that category. This is his first year with San Francisco, but you look at Gallen, and this is his 17th start against San Francisco.
They know him well.
Now the pitch, lined left side foul. In his career against the Giants, 6-5, an ERA just under 4. And now a swing and miss on an excellent 0-2 cutter.
Boy, beautiful pitch down and in, beat him inside. That is good to see. Gallen going right to that pitch and hitting the spot.
The difference to which Gallen can work when he's ahead in the count just makes all the difference in the world when you're 0-1 versus 1-0.
Such a big count. 0-1 and 1-2.
Adames takes a first pitch strike. 0-1 the count. Talking Stick Resort Playcation is back. Stay and play with rates as low as $129. The 0-1 and a check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did on appeal to first. And the count now 0-2. Big swing by Adames. Tried to hold it. He could not. And now Gallen is 0-2. Breaking ball. That is smashed out to deep left center field. Adames made him pay. It's 1-0 Giants here on Adames' 10th home run of the season.
Wasn't a bad pitch location-wise. It was right on the corner, but it was elevated. And I think Zach wanted to get that ball down off the plate and make him chase. But he just kind of left that one up, and that's why Adames is able to get to it. That is the 20th home run that Zach has given up this year. He's had a difficult time keeping the ball in the park.
Now Daniel Johnson takes a strike on the edge. The count is 0-1. Adames starting to find it a little bit offensively as of late. The 0-1, there's a smash. That's a line shot into right center field. It's going to get past Thomas and go all the way to the wall. Johnson thinking about maybe 3, but he wisely steps on the brakes. Now he's going to go for third, and nobody's going to be at third base. The throw got under both cutoff men, Perdomo and Cattell. And Johnson looked at Suarez and saw the third baseman had to come off the bag to pick the ball up. That is some heads-up base running and some head-scratching defense.
Yeah, these are the little things here that really drives Torey crazy. You know, he likes to play that clean game of baseball. Don't give him anything extra. AT gets the ball back in, low throw. It gets by Perdomo and just for some reason gets under the glove of Martes. And then Johnson, with a heads-up move, gets the third.
Patrick Bailey swings and misses at the first pitch. And the count, no balls and a strike. Obviously an error assessed on that play. Didn't quite hear who it was. Imagine Thomas would be the first choice, although I think you have to expect your second baseman to knock that down. Here's the 0-1. And Bailey takes inside. So it'll be Thomas' second of the year.
I mean, that's why you have the trail guy there in the relay formation, is to, if the first guy, if it's not a good throw or low throw, you let it go. The second guy cleans it up. And for whatever reason, Cattell, just couldn't make that play.
1-1, the cutter inside again, and now Bailey in front in this at-bat. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Now the infield has to come in, and if you're pitching right now with Zach Gallen, he's going for a punch-out.
Here comes the 2-1. Swung on, weakly hit to first. Pavin has it and can't go home. He will tap. Bailey will just run actually out of the baseline back to his dugout rather than go to first base as Johnson scores, and it's now 2-0 San Francisco.
Even with the infield in, he didn't hit the ball hard enough at all for Pavin to make a play. Of course, Johnson has good speed. He was going on contact and just a tapper up to first base, and that was his only play. So that error is really costly right now.
Sure is. Here's Tyler Fitzgerald, the 9-hitter. First pitch is swing and a miss. And the count 0-1. Gallen getting a lot of swing and miss on his four-seam fastball, and at the minimum, got to be a very encouraging thing.
Now he's attacking. He's on the attack mode right now. Not walking anybody, just coming right at him.
Swing and another foul. That one lined right side out of play. No balls, 2 strikes. Fitzgerald, .238 average, only 2 homers on the year. And the 0-2 reached for, popped up, but that also will get out of play right side. Giants 2, Diamondbacks nothing. Top of the second. A solo home run from Willie Adames. And then a double E8 and a swinging bunt, more or less. There's a swing and miss, and another Gallen strikeout puts an end to the second. But as I just said a moment ago, the Giants score 2 on 2 hits and an E8.
I believe this one's it's a rookie card, I know, but I feel like it's the first card that I ever, like, big league card. Obviously, as a kid, trying to get to the big leagues, the dream of making it. But as a kid that had cards, right, as a kid, this is like seeing your card the first time. It is pretty cool. So that's pretty powerful when you see that card.
I'm Jonathan Mayo, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
The San Francisco Giants travel to Chase Field on June 30th for a 4-game series to take on the D-backs. Get your tickets today at DBACKS.com.
The Arizona Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Hey, Eugenio Suarez leads off the second inning for the D-backs. Arizona right now down early 2-0. And now the 0-1. There's a swing and a bouncing ball foul. No balls, 2 strikes to count.
Yeah, let's see if this offense can get going here. I think it's strike back. Get on the scoreboard.
0-2. And that one missed inside. And Suarez last night recorded his 900th career RBI. Whereas the 1-2 is low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Obviously, the next milestone, a big one. If he can stay healthy for the next few years, get to 1,000. There's a 2-2 pitch swung on, and that is popped up straight in the air. Now drifting to the right near the Giant dugout. And Dominic Smith with room to make the catch. Well, even with that foul pop-out, Candy, the way Suarez has been going, he'll probably get to 1,000 by, I don't know, middle of April next year?
Probably.
D-backs don't have a base runner yet against Hayden Birdsong. One out, nobody on for Lourdes Gurriel Jr., also homered last night. First pitch, whoa, look out. Upstairs at 96. One ball, no strikes, the count. Here's the pitch. And again, missing inside and a little bit high is Birdsong.
I mean, he's not the command type of pitcher. He's more of a stuff guy right now, just letting it go, that good slider that he's been throwing. Doesn't hit his spots, but if he gets it over the plate, he's tough.
2-1 the count. Gurriel coming off a ho-hum month of June. Hit .247, only 3 homers. Nothing quite like the May that he had that really kind of turned his numbers around. As that 2-1 pitch, again, too high. It's been a steady dosage of 4-seamers, and unfortunately for Birdsong, he's missed with most of them here.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be able to land it. Looks like they're trying to work him up in the zone, but he's often a little bit up.
3-1 swing and a pop-up into shallow center. Got a great pitch to hit. He just missed it. And Johnson, he makes the grab. And now 2 down for McCarthy.
Well, it's one of those misses that you just hate. You know, when you're not able to do something with it. He had a good fastball to hit, just got a little underneath it.
Let's see if McCarthy can keep this good form going. First pitch, that one too high. 1-0 the count. 2-0 San Francisco, bottom of the second. And the 1-0 pitch swung on and missed. Now the right-hander's 1-1, and he was high with a changeup. 2-1 to count. Left-handed hitter, right-handed pitcher. And the 2-1 is in the dirt for ball 3. 3 balls and a strike.
Yeah, that's what the D-backs really could use. Get some base runners on, put a little pressure on him out there. Grichuk on deck. And we've mentioned a few times now he's got a high walk rate so far.
Here's the 3-1. Swing and another foul. 95 on the inside third. Well, we saw how quickly the D-backs could manufacture a run yesterday when the D-backs scored their first run, courtesy of Alec Thomas. As this 3-2 is strike 3 called. That one looked a little bit up. Tough break for him. He's down on strikes. The third strikeout for Birdsong. And we've played 2. Giants 2. And the D-backs nothing. And the Morgan & Morgan D-backs.
Enjoy fireworks spectacular shows at Chase Field presented by Bar S. Secure your tickets to celebrate Independence Weekend at DBACKS.com.
D-backs Front Office Focus. Wednesday mornings at 11:45 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Mike Yastrzemski, top of the order for the Giants, getting it started in the third. First pitch, and Gallen came up short with a curveball. 1 ball, no strikes, the count. Giants 2, D-backs nothing. Yastrzemski first time up with a base hit. Now he takes a strike. Gallen dropped in the change. The count is 1-1.
The first time through the order, we saw him really go to that. A lot of hard four-seamers. It looks like he's mixing in the other pitches now.
Swinging a foul. Fastball that time. The count 1-2.
Got ahead of Yastrzemski's first at bat. Started throwing cutters. He left one a little bit over the plate for him, and he hit one in the hole on the right side.
Here's the 1-2. And Yastrzemski checked his swing. 2 balls, 2 strikes. With Boost by Fry's VIP, win game day with free grocery delivery, 2 times fuel points and more. Visit friesfood.com/boost today. 2-2, couldn't hold up, swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt. And Yastrzemski, just kind of a veteran reaction, didn't run down the line. And as a result, it gave McCann plenty of time to pick it up and throw to first for the out.
That's almost a thank you very much. He just kind of gave up on the play, Yastrzemski did. That was a curveball in the dirt, bounced away. He didn't see it right away. And McCann got right on that ball and really didn't even have to make a throw.
There's Elliot Ramos. Struck out his first time up. Now he takes the low. 1 ball, no strikes. That's 5 strikeouts for Gallen here with 1 out in the third. Very encouraging. As this 1-0 pitch. Ramos swings, lifts a towering fly. And a not very deep center field. It is Thomas who calls everybody away and makes the catch. You love to see that, Kenny. A strikeout followed up with a very quick out after that.
Makes another good pitch down and inside. And again, the usage of his fastball is really encouraging because he's pounded the strike zone with it.
And now here is Rafael Devers. This is almost hard to believe as I say it out loud, but Devers with the strikeout in the first inning as he takes low. He's now 0 for his last 12 with 10 strikeouts. His last 12 at-bats, 80+% of the time. Oh, that ball's not going to be a strikeout. It's ripped down the right field line. And that's going to go all the way into the corner. And much needed for Devers and Giants fans. That's a 2-out double.
The jinx is on. You know, he didn't throw a fastball, though. That's the thing. He threw a cutter, and Devers shows that he's able to catch up with that. He has not shown that he's able to catch up with the fastball yet.
And Candy, every game you write down some of the numbers on the starting pitchers and what guys hit against certain pitches. Do you happen to have the numbers against Gallen's cutter this year?
Yeah, hitters are hitting 400 against it and slugging 840. So it's really at the bottom of the chart for him. And I think you're just trying to maybe steal a strike on that, and then go after him with his good stuff.
Now Wilmer Flores, that fastball in there for his strike. Well, this is sometimes...
I mean, that's a high batting average against the pitch.
And that's where I think, you hear people talk about Gallen maybe overthinking things on the mound. That pitch has not served you well at all. There's the 0-1. And there's a called strike to make it 0-2. And in a 1-0 count, I know Devers had been struggling, but you just struck him out with fastballs. He couldn't touch it today. He didn't touch any of the fastballs, the four-seamers yesterday. He takes some velo off, and he spanks a double.
Well, he won't throw him that pitch next time up.
Hopefully. 0-2 is low. That one at 94. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2-0 Giants. We're in the third inning. There's Garrett JUL alongside Tom Candiotti. Gallen a look at second. Now the 1-2. Hard hit line drive, base it into center field. Devers doesn't have great speed. Thomas up and firing. They're going to send Devers. The throw is not in time. Devers just got a foot in there safely. It looked like he came up with a little bit of a limp, and we'll see if the D-backs decide to challenge. Yes, they will.
It was bang, bang at the plate. We'll see when we see the replay.
This replay review brought to you by Planet Fitness. Get fit for less than $15 a month. There's the catch. Here's the tag. Oh, he's out.
Clearly out.
Clearly out. Head off the field, boys. It's time to hit. The Diamondback fielders now start jogging in towards the dugout after they see the replay. I mean, not even close.
What a great throw by Alec Thomas. And really a nice play by McCann also, getting that ball, making that tag.
It's going to be the third outfield assist of the season for Thomas. It sends us to the bottom of the third, still just a 2-0 lead for the Giants on the
The components we distribute are likely in the products you use and depend on every day, from your car to your household appliances. Avnet, delivering what's next in technology distribution. Visit avnet.com to learn more.
D-backs skipper Torey Lovello talks with Burns and Gambo Friday afternoons at 2:30 on Arizona Sports 98.7 in the Arizona Sports app.
Bottom of the third, it's Randall Grichuk leading off. First one for Birdsong, and that fastball pierces the outside corner. Well, your count is 0-1. Again, if you're just joining us, Josh Naylor originally in the starting lineup, as now Grichuk takes a second strike. However, as he was going through his pregame routine, he felt some stiffness and was ultimately a no-go for this one. So hopefully he'll be good for tomorrow. The 0-2 pitch, Grichuk, swing and a miss, and just like that, down on strikes.
Oh, another slider. He's really shown a good slider in this game. But when you look at his numbers on that pitch, a 352 average with a 519 slug. So he hasn't fared well throwing his slider this year, but so far he's had a good one tonight.
And now here is James McCann. And the first one to McCann is low. He's getting his third start with the Diamondbacks after kind of toiling in the beginning of the year in the Braves minor league system. 1-0 and too high. 2 balls, no strikes. Did well in the minors, a 305 average with 6 homers and 32 driven in. As this 2-0 is again too high. 3-0 the count. So far, limited opportunity with the D-backs. He is 3 for 6. And now he's got himself a leadoff, or I shouldn't say leadoff, a 1-out 4-pitch walk.
Yeah, nicely done there. Very, very patient at the plate, draws the walk.
Well, Candy, yesterday Thomas getting it done with his offense, had 3 hits for the Diamondbacks, and so far in this one, shown off a little bit of defense throughout Devers at home at the top of this sitting. And that was huge to just keep this a 2-0 game and give Gallen a little bit of momentum.
Yeah, because that probably could have been even another run.
Swings at the first pitch, pulls it foul.
Certainly had a nice night at the plate last night. Not that he was hitting the ball hard, but Getting some flares in there.
Yeah, and I think Ramos took note of that. The left fielder playing pretty shallow for the Giants. There's a lot of acreage behind him. There's now this 0-1 pitch. And good take by Thomas. That was a changeup. 1-1 the count. One ball, one strike. Here's the pitch. And that's slow again. 2-1 the count. Birdsong at times in the second inning kind of showed a lack of command with the fastball.
Yes, he did.
From the belt, the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Goes to the changeup. And he threw a dandy. 2-2.
Yeah, he swung right over the top of that one. And that's a difference also. You know, you could have a count at 3-1, just working the count like that. Just having a little bit more plate discipline.
2-2. Swung on, rolled over foul right side. We'll do it again. On deck is Perdomo. 2-0 San Francisco D-backs looking for their first hit. They have a man at first, one out. And the pitch is strike three called.
Well, that time he got him with the changeup. It starts a little bit in, but has a lot of movement. Comes back over the inside third. Tough pitch.
Kind of a strikeout clinic right now for these two pitchers. For Birdsong, that was his fifth. And Gallen, through 3 innings, has 5 strikeouts of his own. And now Perdomo flew out to shallow left his first time up. Birdsong ready. And the pitch is taken for a strike. After this 4-game series, the D-backs host the Royals this 4th of July weekend. Get tickets to the matchup at DBACKS.com. The 0-1. And Perdomo takes that ball off the glove of Bailey, and it ricochets to the visiting on-deck circle. That's going to be a pass ball.
Yeah, pass ball, because that ball was clearly right in the middle of the strike zone. Just a breaking ball, and it just clanked it.
Insult to injury, wasn't called a strike.
Yeah, even better.
Here's the 1-1. And that one definitely a strike. Backdoor slider, 1-2. Birdsong, a quick worker, already set with 11 to throw. And the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, line drive, over the leaping effort of Fitzgerald into right. Here comes McCann around third. He will score, and Perdomo makes him pay. An RBI single to make it 2-1.
Mistake. The pass ball puts McCann in scoring position. Perdomo cashes in on it with a base hit to right field. McCann running hard all the way around, scores easily.
Very similar to the at-bat he had in the 7th inning last night. That was a little scooper. This was a line shot. And now here is Marte. He could potentially give the D-backs the lead. And first pitch, Birdsong missed low and in. 1 ball, no strikes the count. Giants 2, and the Diamondbacks 1 here with 2 down in the 3rd inning. 1-0 pitch, and a strike. The D-backs are now safe at home with Blue Sky Pest Control, the official pest control provider for the Arizona Diamondbacks in Chase Field. From the belt, Birdsong, his 1-1 is swung on and foul. Marte right now being a little over anxious at the plate.
Yeah, that batting average just dropped just a tick under 300.
Now the pitch, and too high. 2-2 the count. Cattell struck out his first time up. He homered off of Birdsong in the matchup back in May at Oracle Park. Now the 2-2's on the way. And Cattell takes high again. Full count. The outfield playing at normal depth except for the right fielder Mike Yastrzemski. Look how deep he is in right, just a few paces from the warning track.
It might not be deep enough.
The 3-2, and that's outside, ball 4. He walked him, and now there are 2 on for Pavin Smith.
Pretty tough pitch, a great take by Marte. Slider just on the backdoor side and never quite made it over the middle of the plate.
Going to prompt a mound visit from J.P. Martinez, a first-year pitching coach with San Francisco. He'd been an assistant for a few seasons. Well, let's go back to the first at-bat that Pavin had against Birdsong. A lot of first pitch, not just first pitch, but fastballs in general. Usually we see teams attack Pavin with breaking balls early, middle, and late in the count against him. But after a lot of heaters, he finally struck him out on that low and in slider. Be curious to see how he tries to sequence this at-bat.
Well, this is where you kind of need Pavin right now to really come through, make an adjustment, deliver, a base knock at least. Got an opportunity here.
2 walks and a base hit allowed this inning by Hayden Birdsong. And the pass ball by Patrick Bailey, really a stinger. That'll probably get under the skin of Bob Melvin. First pitch. Pavin swings, rolls it over right side, foul. And he is behind 0-1. Speaking of Bob Melvin, the Giants announced prior to the game today they have exercised the 2026 option for the Giants skipper. Here's the 0-1. Swung on and a jam shot pop-up on the infield. Who wants it? It is the first baseman, Dominic Smith, who makes the catch. And that's going to do it for the D-backs here in the third. 1 run on 1 hit, 2 walks, and 2 men left on.
I believe this one's it's a rookie card, I know, but I feel like it's the first card that I ever, big league card. Obviously, as a kid, trying to get to the big leagues, the dream of making it. But as a kid that had cards, as a kid, this is like seeing your card the first time is pretty cool. So that's pretty powerful when you see that card.
Joins Bickley and Murata Thursday mornings at 7:45. The Skipper joins Burns and Gambo Friday afternoons at 2:30. Never miss another D-backs conversation when you subscribe to the Arizona Sports YouTube channel, Arizona Sports 98.7, and the Arizona Sports app, the home of Arizona Diamondbacks baseball.
The Arizona Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Top of the 4th inning. Dominic Smith leads off for the Giants. San Francisco in front 2-1. And Gallen drops in a first pitch curveball. Nothing in 1 the count. Smith, his first time up, struck out swinging. As this 0-1 swung on. That's a hard hit ball to right. McCarthy, though, hustling in, makes the chest high catch. And thank you very much, says Zach Gallen.
They're the last 3 guys that Zach has faced. Devers, Flores, and now Smith have hit the ball pretty hard. That was another one of those cutters.
Here is Willie Adames, speaking of guys who hit it hard. He homered his first time up. And Gallen's first pitch. And that's in there for a strike. Fastball, only about 93 miles an hour. Couple of shakes from Gallen, now punches in the pitch. He's got 2 to go. And here is the 0-1. Missed inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Righty pitcher, righty hitter. A 1-1. And that one too high. I like the idea here by Gallen. The home run was on an 0-2 breaking ball that you identified as being, yes, on the outside edge, but it was elevated. As this 2-1. Swung on, and that has popped up. This should be playable as McCarthy coming in and just in the last few steps of fair territory makes the catch before crossing over the right field line.
Just kind of challenge him with the fastball. I like the fact that, he's not missing off the plate in this game. He's pretty much been right over the, in that little rectangle they put up there.
2-1, San Francisco leads. Here's Daniel Johnson, who doubled his first time up, and he takes a curveball for a strike. 0-1 the count. Base is empty. Here's the pitch. And Johnson swings and misses at another excellent curveball. Gallen ahead here, 0-2.
Really good back-to-back curveballs that he's thrown to Johnson. Boy, now he can go upstairs with that high fastball, drop another curveball in the dirt.
The 0-2. That's exactly what he did. A curveball in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gallen winds, rocks, fires, and that's reached for, and it's popped up. Gurriel on the prowl, moving in, makes the catch. And how about that? Nice bounce back for Gallen. A 1-2-3 inning, this time in the 4th. And we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It is the Giants 2. We have the Diamondbacks.
So the reason I got to Cooperstown is because I played with Cal, and I played with Eddie, and I played with some of the greatest players ever. And, I just had to figure out how I did my job, and I was honored to have some of the best players that ever played put on uniforms, and they happen to be Oriole uniforms. If there's ever any doubt that I'm 78, all I got to do is look at my old cards, and I know.
We wanted to introduce something new. And then working in some of our past and what the past can look like in the future. I think our players absolutely love it, and our fans, we think they'll learn to love it, especially if you can win in it. That kind of solves everything.
I'm going to throw out a restaurant kitchen term to you, and then hit me with the baseball one. I'll start first.
Okay.
Mise en place.
Oh, mise en place. That is, as the chef, you put all your different ingredients out, kind of before you start cooking, right?
You got it, man. Yeah. That's the most important
That's a tough one. I hear this one a lot because of my name, can of corn.
Easy fly ball.
On July 3rd and 4th, enjoy fireworks spectacular shows at Chase Field presented by Bar S. Secure your tickets to celebrate Independence Weekend at DBACKS.com.
D-backs Front Office Focus, Wednesday mornings at 11:45 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Leading off for the D-backs, Gino Suarez. And the first pitch from Hayden Birdsong too high. Giants 2, D-backs 1. Chris Garagiola alongside Tom Candiotti. As this 1-0 is going to miss in. Today, the 1st of July. Where has the time gone? Here's the 2-0. And that one is low, ball 3.
Well, maybe the D-backs are a warm weather team. It's definitely warm.
I was going to say, I think we passed warm weather in April. This is a whole different category. And the 3-0, that's off the plate, ball 4, 4-pitch walk. And all of a sudden, Birdsong having a little bit of issue with control here. He walked 2 in the 3rd, and now he issues a leadoff walk to begin the 4th.
Now see if we can make it hurt. And a bunch of few at-bats together here.
At Dignity Health, our team of orthopedic experts can help keep you in motion. Don't let joint pain put your life on pause. Visit dignityhealth.org/AZOrtho to learn more. They tried with the first pitch fastball, but he missed on that one. And what happened after that?
I'm not sure if Bailey was getting ready to throw the ball and he hit the umpire maybe, but the ball just kind of rolled like a good bunt to the left side would look like.
Good luck getting calls after that. There's the 1-0 pitch. Gurriel takes down low for ball 2. That's now 6 straight misses by Birdsong here in this bottom of the 4th. If you're Gurriel, you've got to have right now a pitch location the size of a sunflower seed. Here's a 2-0. And that one inside ball 3. All right, you usually see 7 misses in a row. The first place you're looking is mechanics. A lot of his misses earlier in the game were up. These misses appear to be all down and into the righties. As this 3-0 is low and in ball 4.
Good at bat. Intelligent at bat. Just being very, very cautious, knowing that he's walked 3 of the last 4 guys now.
I imagine McCarthy's going to lay a bunt down here. I would love to see him swing the bat, but that is why I sit with a headset on playing pretend. And the real think tanks are down in the dugout. Corners are in, and now time is called as once again here comes the pitching coach. It is JP Martinez. He's got to be thinking, Hayden, we can't keep doing this.
You know, what do you say as a pitching coach coming out here when you're a guy struggling like this? You can't tell him, can you throw some strikes?
What did they talk about in Bull Durham? Wedding gifts?
The mascot. I don't know.
That's a quick mound visit. So you got first and second here in the bottom of the 4th. Nobody out for the Diamondbacks. You're down by 1. And Birdsong hasn't thrown a strike yet in this 4th inning.
Yeah, you're taking a strike. That's what I'd be doing.
First pitch, and McCarthy takes low for ball 1. Well, thank goodness right now this game isn't being played at College Station. You'd have a bunch of fans doing a chop, counting how many consecutive misses that's now been. Here's the 1-0. McCarthy shows a bunt, then takes it back as Birdsong missed again. That's ball 2. That's now, goodness me, 10 in a row.
Yeah, that wasn't even really a bunt attempt or even a square round. That was just a try to be a distraction.
2-0 pitch. McCarthy swings. High fly ball. Deep right field. You betcha. Oh, man. A no-doubter for McCarthy. His 2nd of the year. And the Diamondbacks take a 4-2 lead.
What a great at-bat by McCarthy. Works the count. Knows he's going to throw a fastball. And just waylays on one up in the strike zone. And gives the D-backs a lead.
And with that trip around the diamond, stop by any Daniels Jewelers and say home run for your free team bracelet and $50 gift card toward any purchase of $99 or more. Daniels Jewelers, own the dream.
Wow.
And now the first pitch is going to miss inside to Randall Grichuk. Here's the 1-0. And Grichuk takes in the dirt, ball 2. The bullpen is up for the Giants. I mean, this is remarkable, unfortunately, in one of the worst ways for a pitcher. The only strike that Birdsong has thrown this inning was just slaughtered. As a 2-0, that one swung on, and that's hit out to deep right center field. Yastrzemski, long run for him. That's going to one-hop off the base of the right field wall. And Grichuk follows the homer with a double of his own.
They were playing Grichuk the pull, and Yastrzemski was kind of played way towards the right field area. And this ball was up for a long time, and nobody could catch up with it. Love these extra base hits.
2 4-pitch walks, a 2-0 home run, and a 1-0 double.
And this second time through the order, he is just getting mashed out there.
Still nobody out as the action of the Giant bullpen intensifies. Now a swing, fly ball, medium depth left field. A catch is made by Ramos. And Birdsong can just have a sigh of relief for a moment as he finally gets an out. Four to 2, D-backs lead. I mean, this feels like almost the plot of Space Jam. All of a sudden, Birdsong's strike-throwing abilities were just zapped from him. Here's the first pitch. Thomas, swing and a miss. Look out. There goes the bat. The hammer toss. And the bat ends up in the Giant dugout. Thomas sheepishly waiting for the Giants' bat boy to bring his bat back.
Now he's going to have to get some pine tar.
As is tradition. Nearly decapitated Matt Chapman over there. He was a guy in the vicinity of that bat chuck. Couple sticks. There you go. The stickum has been applied, and now Thomas can hopefully hang on to the twig. Here's the 0-1. Swung on and cued foul. I'm trying to think of where we were earlier this year. I saw the furthest bat toss I think I've ever seen in my career. The bat ended up into shallow left field. As this 0-2. Swung on. Little pop-up, shallow right. And hustling out is Fitzgerald now. Settles his feet, makes the catch. As there are 2 down, and here is top of the order in Perdomo.
I don't know if Yastrzemski got a good read on that one or not, but Fitzgerald kind of caught that ball awkwardly going out.
Perdomo is 1 for 2, had a big-time RBI base hit his last time up. He's now got 59 RBIs on the year. And the first pitch is off the plate away. 1 ball, no strikes. Four to 2, D-backs lead, runner at second. And Birdsong's 1-0. A bunt shown, and the bat pulled back at the last moment. It's now 2 balls, no strikes.
Be nice to get this run in, just get an extra one.
Here's a 2-0. Taking all the way is Perdomo. That one missing just low. You tend to get those calls a bit more when you're flooding the strike zone. When you don't, the borderline ones hardly seem to go your way. Now the 3-0 pitch from Birdsong, and that one splits the plate in half. 3-1. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled. Got tied up in an inside fastball, did Perdomo.
Went all the way down on a knee trying to elevate that ball.
They just needed to do what he did last time. Get a line drive and hopefully find a gap somewhere and bring Grichuk home. 3-2 the count. Birdsong is home with a payoff pitch. And Perdomo takes strike 3. The inning comes to an end. And Birdsong, 2 walks, 2 extra base hits, and 3 runs allowed as we go into the 5th inning. It's now a 4-2 Diamondback lead on the Morgan & Morgan D-Backs Radio Network.
Hey, D-Backs fans, Dr.
Well, when we moved downtown San Diego from Qualcomm to Petco Ballpark, new uniforms were on the way, and this is the Padre home white. This jersey is from 2007, which was a career year for myself, winning a Cy Young. There's some different memories that stand out. One in this uniform against the Braves, where I struck out a Padre record 16, wearing this jersey, trying to make the Padre and the Friar faithful proud.
.com/baseball. You can redeem at any of the 100 Daniels Jewelers stores nationwide. Own the dream with Daniels Jewelers.
D-back skipper Torey Lovello talks with Burns and Gambo Friday afternoons at 2:30 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Patrick Bailey leads off the 5th inning, and Zach Gallen with a 4-2 lead. His first pitch is low for ball 1. Back in the 3rd inning, Geraldo Perdomo had our first hit of the game, presented by New Vision Auto Glass. Now the 1-0, that's in there for a strike. New Vision and the Arizona Diamondbacks Foundation are teaming up to donate funds to veterans with every hit this season as part of the Hits for Heroes program. 1 ball, 1 strike. Breaking ball swung on and fouled. It's 1-2.
Well, big time inning here for Zach Gallen. This is where you want that big goose egg to pop up.
Bailey is first time up, grounded out to first. Got an RBI out of it, though, as the 1-2 is in the dirt. Here's a 2-2. Rolled over right side, foul. Candy, I know growing up you were a Northern California native in the area of Concord. I think you were more growing up A's over Giants. As a 2-2 is low just in terms of fandom. Although I'm sure once you started to play for the Dodgers, it might have led to even more distaste for the Giants. That was back when there was real rivalries back then. As a 3-2 swung on and foul. Everybody just loves everybody today. Everyone gets along.
Everybody gets along.
We're all friends.
You know, I tell you what, I don't know if it's a fun experience or not, it's just an experience. Walking into Candlestick Park with a Dodger uniform on, about 50 feet behind Tom Lasorda. Boy, you're going to hear some stuff at that point.
That'll be on our Sirius XM channel one day. It's the 3-2. Swing and a foul tip. Bailey down on strikes.
Boy, excellent fastball once again by Gallen. Feeling it right now.
Now, you talk about tough places to hit. Candlestick, depending on what the wind was doing, could be almost like a Wrigley Field 2.0.
It's really amazing when you think about the history of that franchise. And I know they didn't play all their games there, but talking about Willie Mays, who had 660 home runs, and Willie McCovey had 521, I think.
Now the 1-0 pitch, that's a strike here on Tyler Fitzgerald. The count 1-1.
And even, about 8 years or so of Barry playing there? I mean, just amazing how many home runs were hit there.
Swing and a foul. It's now 1-2. Now, when you think about pitching in Candlestick, what are some of the things that younger fans might not know or understand that might have been a challenge for pitchers?
Well, it's the wind. Number one thing that pops out. A ball goes up in the air, and you're just not sure where it's going to go or if it's going to be caught or not. If you kept the ball on the ground at Candlestick, I mean, nice pitch, another good fastball in there.
Strike 3 call. I mean, it's another strikeout for Gallen. That's 7 already through 4 2/3.
Oh, he's feeling it right now. Just love to see this. But a lot like Wrigley Field in a way where you get those windy days, it's hard to catch the balls up in the air. They always grew the grass really long and thick. So if you kept the ball on the ground, you could have a lot of success.
4-2 D-backs. Mike Yastrzemski takes low for ball 1. I think scientists figured out like the coldest place on planet Earth is somewhere in the South Pole. I think the second coldest place on Earth is Candlestick in August, is what I was told. That wind. As the 1-0 pitch, a strike. That'll make it 1-1. Just absolutely frigid.
Was that a famous poet wrote the best? Was it the coldest summer or the warmest summer or the coldest summer I ever spent? Yeah, that's it. Leo had it.
Coldest summer or coldest winter I ever spent was the summer I spent in San Francisco.
That's the one. Here comes the 1-2, and Yastrzemski takes off the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And that kind of sums it up. I mean, it's a lot of fun stories. You talked to Bob Brantley, and, of course, BB's got all kinds of stories about his days with the Giants.
2-2 rolled foul. And the Giants' current third base coach, Matt Williams.
Yeah.
He was a great Giant. He was a really great third baseman. Certainly towards the end of his career, very valuable for the Diamondbacks. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on, and again, a little roller foul. Love to see if Gallen can punctuate this inning, striking out the side in order with a fastball. What that might do for his confidence. He's ready. The 2-2. And he missed low. Full count.
Good try, just a tad under the strike zone that time.
Here's the payoff. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And Gallen strikes out the side in order in the top of the 5th inning. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. It's the D-backs 4, Giants 2. Ketel Marte.
I can't imagine transitioning from loving baseball cards to then knowing it's inevitably coming that you're going to be on baseball cards. What was that moment like for you?
Yeah, I think the first card I saw was when they did something for USA Baseball, and then now seeing my face, seeing me playing baseball on a card, it was surreal. It wasn't that it was that moment where like, wow, this is really something.
Now representing the organization, Jim Leland and AJ Hinch are presenting Miggy with a customized set of cleats made by renowned artist Marco Terzo, made from several significant baseballs from Miguel's career. The cleats are presented on a base representing the time he spent at both third and first base in his career.
At City of Hope, we're pushing the boundaries of science, targeting cancer at the molecular level, making every second count, with appointments in as little as 24 hours. City of Hope, advancing cancer care at life-saving speed. Learn more at cityofhope.org.
The Arizona Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
A pitching change made by Bob Melvin's Giants. Carson Seymour takes over In the bottom of the fifth, D-backs lead 4-2. And first pitch to Cattell. That is off the plate away, ball one. Call to the bullpen brought to you by Sanderson Ford. Best play in New Ford is at Sanderson Ford. Seymour, 26-year-old rookie, originally drafted by the Mets out of Kansas State. Now the 1-0. That's outside for ball two. And so far he's got one big league inning to boot.
Good time to jump on him.
Here's a 2-0. Swung on, grounded right side foul.
Likes to throw a sinker. Pretty hard one, too, about 95 on average.
Actually started his college career at Dartmouth. Nerd. No, I'm just kidding. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And that is low. 3 balls and a strike. Boy, look out here at the 3-1. Cattell swings, smashes one on a line to right, and it's going to go to the warning track where it's caught by Yastrzemski.
108 miles an hour on the line. If he got a little bit underneath that ball, he's circling the bases.
That'll bring up Pavin Smith. So far, Pavin is 0 for 2. And first pitch here, tried to check his swing, but he did not. No balls, 1 strike, the count. 1 out, nobody on. And here's the 0-1. Pavin takes a strike just like that, down to the count at 0-2. Injured in a car accident or slip and a fall? We're batting over $20 billion and counting. We're Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm and proud sponsor of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Now the 0-2, backdoor breaking ball. That one missed. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Seymour made his debut against the White Sox, turning the scoreless inning, as this one is reached for and fouled. The Giants acquired Seymour back in 2022 when the Giants traded Darren Ruff to the Mets. And that's when the Giants got what seemed like a pretty sizable haul. J.D. Davis, Thomas Sapucki, and Carson Seymour. Here's the 1-2. And that one way outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. D-backs lead by 2 in large part. And the 3-run home run by McCarthy.
Yeah, that's really been the big blow of the game.
2-2, swing and a miss. And now Pavin 0 for 3.
Yeah, Pavin's timing is just off. He's always in between pitches here lately. A little behind the fastball, a little in front of the curve. Maybe not quite as patient as we've seen him.
It's an interesting line here for Giants starter Hayden Birdsong. Only 4 innings pitched, and it's very similar to his line that he had against the Diamondbacks in May. Here's the first one to Suarez. Checks his swing. I have the count at 1 ball, no strikes. Tonight, Birdsong, 4 innings, 4 runs, 3 earned on 3 hits. He walked 4, but he struck out 6 Diamondbacks.
A lot of 3s and 4s in there.
Here's the 1-0, and there's a strike. In his previous outing, you mentioned the 3s and 4s. Back in May, Birdsong went 3 innings, allowed 3 runs, all earned on 4 hits with 3 strikeouts. A 1-1. There's a below-the-knee strike. It's now 1-2.
Yeah, you really missed that call.
Seymour ready. Seymour throws. And he missed badly low and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's a right-hander's 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. The ball hits off the knee of Bailey, gets all the way to the backstop, and Suarez going to be safe at first.
Well, kind of the second time that's kind of happened.
You could just read his lips on our monitor saying, that wasn't a foul ball. Now let's take a look here on this slow motion replay for us. I mean, was it a foul ball? Not even close.
He swung and missed. It tipped his glove and got him right in the foot.
That's like when you're playing pickup basketball and you airball it, and the shooter says, you got a piece of that, right?
Kind of a given. You have to.
So it'll be a strikeout, wild pitch. I think you made the comment yesterday, when a team is struggling, pay attention to their defense. And, man, the Giants' defense so far not been great. First pitch swinging, Gurriel bounces it foul. I mean, you think about the pass ball, and with all due respect, if Patrick Bailey's the guy struggling, he is such a good defender. With so many great tools. But it's his pass balls that have kind of allowed some of this to happen.
Yeah, we'll see if we can make this one hurt.
Swung on that one, hit out to deep left field. It's got a chance. It's gone. He makes him pay, does Gurriel. It's his 12th home run of the season. A 2-run shot, and now the Diamondbacks take a 6-2 lead.
Boy, was that great to see with Gurriel. Talk about really making it hurt. He went down and got this sinker and just drove it out of here in a line shot.
Back-to-back nights that Gurriel has gone deep. And with that trip around the diamond, stop by any Daniels Jewelers and say home run for your free team bracelet and $50 gift card toward any purchase of $99 or more. Daniels Jewelers, own the dream. And now McCarthy, first pitch, and cues it foul, third base side. 0-1. And look at that, nobody to reach over the wall and make a play on it.
They would have got hurt on that one.
Here's the 0-1. And low. 1 ball and 1 strike. A strikeout wild pitch, and the next batter homers. Ouch. A 1-1. Swing and a miss. Huge cut that time by McCarthy. And the count now 1-2. Two outs, nobody on. The 1-2 pitch. And McCarthy weakly grounds it to second. Tough play. Fitzgerald has it, and the flip just in time. And it comes to an end. The D-backs tack on 2 more on the 2-run blast by Lourdes. After 5, it's the D-backs in front of the Giants, 6-2 on the Morgan & Morgan D-backs Radio Network.
What is something that you snack on that you don't worry about?
I love Uncrustables. I could eat like 10 of them in one sitting.
And no regard for his body? I don't even wait till I thaw out.
Hey, put them in a toaster next time. Just toast it, yep. It'll change your life.
Yeah, just an incredible play by Riley Green. You're an all-star on the field and off, bro.
I appreciate it.
Hey,
thank you.
Riley Green, bro, food genius.
On deck, then catch up on breaking news, weather, and exclusive content. All available anytime on 12+. It's baseball season in Arizona. 12 News, the official broadcast home of your Arizona Diamondbacks.
D-backs Front Office Focus. Wednesday mornings at 11:45 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Diamondbacks lead the Giants 6-2 as we begin the 6th inning. And Elliot Ramos leads off. First pitch to Zach Gallen, and that one is low for ball 1. Hard to believe, Candy, that just a couple of weeks ago, the Giants were sitting as there's a swing and a line drive to center. Hangs up, though, for Thomas to make the catch. Didn't have to move very far at all, maybe a few steps to his left. But the Giants were tied with the Dodgers for first place in the National League West. And since then, the Giants have lost 11 of their last 15. And coming into play today, we're 8 back of Los Angeles. I mean, that is a stunning sort of reverse.
Yeah, and especially when they were tied with them, they still had a game to play against them, and they lost that, and they just went downhill since.
Now the 0-1 to Devers, who doubled his last time up. That one's off the corner, and the count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. We'll see.
And San Diego really hasn't been playing that great of baseball either.
A 1-1. Swung on. That's a towering pop-up. It is shallow left field. It is Thomas, though, who comes in. And in front of Gurriel makes the catch. And that's a good out to get now 2 down. As that brings up Wilmer Flores.
Yep, he just came after him again, this time with the fastball. Remember last time he threw him the cutter and he nailed that double to right? He goes, forget that, I'm coming right with the fastball. Just an easy pop-up.
Gallen ready. First pitch to Flores. And that one is inside for ball 1. Gallen has really settled into a bit of a rhythm here. He's retired 8 in a row as that 1-0 just settles on the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. D-backs lead the Giants 6-2. They beat the Giants yesterday by a score of 4-2. As now the 1-1. Swung on and sharply grounded foul left side. Hey, earn points for D-backs rewards on game tickets, exclusive merchandise, and more by shopping participating products at Fry's Food Stores. Visit frysfood.com/D-backs for details. Gallen ready is 1-2. Strike 3 call. Dropped the slider on him, and Flores goes down looking as Gallen has got 9 strikeouts tonight. 6 innings, 2 runs allowed. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's the D-backs by.
Your teammates know you to be a lone ranger on the field, Capricorn, preferring to fly solo when you practice your craft. But keeping yourself closed off from collaboration robs you of the improvement that comes from teaming up. Reach out to a trusted teammate to be on the receiving end of your curveballs, and you'll both find an acceleration in your skills.
Independence Weekend at Chase Field. Arrive early on Saturday, July 5th to get the D-backs patriotic tee. Secure your tickets now at dbacks.com.
D-backs skipper Torey Lovello talks with Burns and Gambo Friday afternoons at 2:30 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Diamondbacks looking really strong as Randall Grichuk leads off, and Carson Seymour delivers a strike, but he counted as 0-1. Right now, a 6-2 Diamondback lead as this 0-1 pitch is reached for by Randall. He just got a piece. It's 0-2.
You can see where the Giants really like this kid. Of course, he's got a power arm, power sinker.
Now the 0-2. And that one is going to miss high. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Grichuk so far is 1 for 2 with a double. It'll be Grichuk, McCann, and Thomas. There's now Seymour is 1-2. Again, swinging is Grichuk, just getting a piece. And right now, the Dodgers beat the White Sox 5-1. As this 1-2 pitch. Hey, oh my goodness, up and in about chin high. And that was dangerous.
I don't know how that ball missed Randall Grichuk. That was a Houdini move by him getting out of the way of this one. Bailey sits up outside. This ball goes inside, and he spins just at the right time to avoid that.
2 balls, 2 strikes. And now the pitch. And naturally, that one missed way outside. A little bit of a courtesy that time by the rookie pitch. He wasn't trying to go that far up and in such a dangerous location, and he wasn't going to do it again. Here's a 3-2. Swung on and fouled. The Phillies were supposed to host the Padres tonight. That game has been postponed. Bad weather out east. Cardinals lost to the Pirates today 1-0. A lot of wild card teams paying attention to St. Louis, who occupied the 3rd spot. Now a swing. That ball blasted high and deep center field. Look at this thing. Look at it fly over the overhang and gone.
Wow, did that ball fly out of here. A sinker that didn't sink. And 109 miles an hour off the bat, and Randall Grichuk took him way deep.
With that trip around the diamond, stop by Eddie Daniels Jewelers and say home run for your free team bracelet and $50 gift card toward any purchase of $99 or more. Daniels Jewelers own the dream.
Oh, just flat up there about belt high. And all he had to do is get the barrel to it.
And now James McCann takes a strike. Estimated distance 453 feet.
He got a lot of it.
Here's the 0-1. And McCann, he's going to take just off the edge. 1-1 the count. That's the 3rd home run struck by the Diamondbacks tonight. 1 off of Birdsong, 2 now off of Seymour. As this 1-1 is swung on and missed. Really nice looking slider that time to make it 1-2. Right-hander ready, the 1-2 pitch. And McCann swings, high fly to left. This has got a chance. Back go the Diamondbacks. His first as a Diamondback, and it's an 8-2 thumping being handed out by Arizona.
They're playing long ball in this game. This time it was the slider. It wasn't the sinker, and McCann was waiting for it. No doubt about it, to left field.
And with that trip around the diamond, stop by Eddie Daniels Jewelers and say home run for your free team bracelet and $50 gift card toward any purchase of $99 or more. Daniels Jewelers own the dream. Swinging bunt right back to the mound. It's gloved by Seymour, and he very calmly steps and throws to first, as that is just the first out recorded here in the 6th inning.
It's a beautiful day at the grocery store. The shopper is rounding the end cap. Uh-oh, looks like there's some spilled tomato sauce.
He was 100% effort going down the line.
Here is the top of the order. And first pitch, Perdomo. He takes a little bit low for ball 1. Right now, Seymour specifically in this inning, Candy struggling to throw first pitch strikes. There's the 1-0 now. Swung on, rolled over to first, and a diving effort by Smith, but he lost the ball on the transfer. A little bit of a somersault, and then from his backside tried to throw it, but he forgot the most important object.
Well, good for Perdomo. Hit this ball hard on the ground, and Smith actually made a nice play. Probably robbed Perdomo of extra bases on that one, but just couldn't come up with the handle.
And now here is Cattell.
Well, Cattell blistered one his last AB, and that was against Seymour.
And now he takes a strike on the corner. Unfortunately, didn't get anything to show for it. It was a line out to very deep right. 8-2 Diamondbacks lead. The 0-1 to Marte is a chopper to second. It's Fitzgerald to Adames. It's Adames over to Smith And it's a 4-6-3 inning-ending double play. The D-backs score twice on back-to-back homers by Grichuk and McCann. And we go to the 7th. Diamondbacks.
I'm Jonathan Mayo, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
On July 3rd and 4th, enjoy fireworks spectacular shows at Chase Field presented by Bar S. Secure your tickets to celebrate Independence Weekend at DBACKS.com.
The Arizona Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Diamondbacks have extended their lead up to 6 runs. It's now 8-2 as Zach Gallen chose the slab. Here in the 7th inning, first pitch, Dominic Smith, and a strike called as the count is 0-1. And it looked like someone had fired an object onto the field, just a baseball. And Gurriel picks it up, throws it about 15 rows deep.
Gallen only sitting in 89 pitches right now, but he is, with all the strikeouts, he has really been efficient.
Here's the 0-1. And Smith takes inside 1-1.
Good pitch. Robbed on that call.
Smith, Adames, and Daniel Johnson do up as that one is off the plate away. City of Hope is revolutionizing cancer care with life-saving speed. Here in the Valley with dedicated experts, targeted treatments, and appointments available in as little as 24 hours. Learn more at cityofhope.org. Now the 2 on that is smoked to second. Diving catch, Cattell.
Just ripped at Cattell right there with just making an all-star catch. Diving to his left and coming down that ball. Great play.
That's almost 110 miles an hour off the bat, and that diving snag is our cool play of the game, brought to you by Chaz Roberts. Chaz Roberts serving you since 42. So when your family needs 4 generations of AC and plumbing know-how and expertise, remember, choose Chaz. First pitch to Adames, up and away for ball 1. Adames 1 for 2 with a homer. Diamondbacks lead 8-2 here in the 7th. And this is 1-0, swung on and foul tipped. You know, it's not like the Giants haven't hit some balls hard. They have against Gallen, but it is a bit of a reminder sometimes for a pitcher. As this 1-1, a curveball swung on and missed, that it's okay to give up hard contact. You still got, 7 guys behind you? You got 1 guy in front of you. Sometimes they're going to go to a defender. You still got to be in the strike zone.
Got to throw strikes, got to stay ahead in the count. And Gallen's been doing that. Yep, sometimes there's hard contact. You're absolutely right. And sometimes they turn it outs.
And the 1-2 now low. Fastball still holding his velocity pretty well. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now the 2-2 from Gallen. Weekly hit right side. It is Cattell who has it and quickly fires to first. That's in time. And now 2 down.
Boy, Adames really chased a fastball that was really nowhere close to the strike zone. And that becomes an easy out to the right side of the infield.
11 in a row set down by Gallen. 2 outs here in the 7th. The last base runner for the Giants, ironically enough, was the 2-out single by Wilmer Flores in the 3rd. Ironic because Rafael Devers was thrown out at the plate to end the inning. As Johnson goes fishing, a changeup off the plate. 0-1 the count. Now the 0-1. Johnson takes a second changeup, this time low. 1-1. One. Swing and a miss. And now Gallen ahead 1-2.
Goes, yep, I have a curveball for you. Here's my curve. It's a good one. I can see him throw it again.
The 1-2 pitch. And he did. Swing and a miss. Johnson down on strikes. And that's a 10 strikeout performance for Zach Gallen. Certainly looking like his old self. 7 innings, 2 runs allowed. We go to the bottom of
Your backyard is for summer fun, not an ant invasion. Call 602-BLUE-SKY today. We'll defend your pool deck, secure your picnic spots, and stop ants before they overrun your summer. Hello, Blue Sky. Goodbye, pests.
D-backs Front Office Focus. Wednesday mornings at 11:45 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by the authority of the Arizona Diamondbacks. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Bottom of the 7th means the 7th inning stretch, brought to you by Arizona Complete Health, transforming the health of the community one person at a time. It's Pavin Smith, the leadoff. First pitch, he fouled it back. 8-2 is the Diamondback lead. And now the 0-1 is up and away. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Diamondbacks have Anthony DeSclafani starting to get loose. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and fouled back. And the count now to 1-2 strikes. DeSclafani with the role of kind of being the cleanup guy, especially when they go long periods without an off day. Whether they're up big or down big, just try and have them finish the game. As this 1-2 is outside and away, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Also worth noting, DeSclafani spent 3 years with the Giants prior to the game today. Some hugs and high fives for his former teammates, including Logan Webb. 2-2 pitch. And a good take by Pavin. That one low and away. Full count.
Yeah, I think with Seymour, anything that starts a little bit down in the zone, you just let it go because he's got such a hard sinker. A lot of movement to it.
The 3-2. Ripped up the middle, and that's a base hit.
Pavin needed that one. Just a high nothing fastball. Says a four-seamer, but it acted like a four-seamer, didn't do anything.
That was dangerously close to nailing Seymour in the leg. And at 110 miles an hour, that'll do some serious damage.
That would have hurt.
And now here is Suarez. And the pitch to him. Swung on and foul tip. I think after that last ball, Kenny, the Giants are now finally going to get somebody up and throwing here. 0-1 to count on Gino.
Well, I'm sure in a game like this right now, Bomel is trying to see, what he can expect out of Seymour. Young kid, letting him go through the lineup the second time.
Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball rolled foul by Suarez. And the count even at 1 strike. Right now, the teams in front of the Diamondbacks on the outside looking in of the wild card are the Reds, the Giants, and the Padres. Your 3 wild card teams would be the Mets, Brewers, and the Cardinals. Here's the 0-2. Swung on, ground ball to short. Adames comes in, goes to second. There's 1 on to first. That's 2. A 6-4-3 double play. Two outs, nobody on. And the batter will be Lourdes Gurriel Jr., who clubbed a 2-run homer his last time up.
Yeah, a lot of wild card teams, still right there.
And right now, Arizona is kind of the last team that feels like they're in the playoff mix. Now, I know the Marlins have been on an otherworldly run. They beat the Twins today. They've now won 8 in a row. They've won 9 of their last 10. As Gurriel takes the first pitch strike, even with that unbelievable run they're on, they are 7 back. The Diamondbacks are 3.5 back and potentially 3 with a win tonight, as that one is low as the Cardinals were shut out by Pittsburgh 1-0. What happens over the next 20 to 25 games is going to be so fascinating. It's the 1-1. Oh boy, that's a check swing. Did he go? Fortunately, no. 2 balls, 1 strike. And normally I'd say something like, hard to fall that far out of the race in that short a time, but my goodness, look what the Giants have done. Like we said, they were, 15, 16 days ago? As the 2-1 is swung on and missed, tied for first in the division.
Yeah.
They're now 8 back, and they're going to be 9 back after today.
And they don't look like a very good team the way they're playing right now.
Here's 2-2. Gurriel grounds it to third. Tough pick made by Flores. And the throw, not a great one, but Smith does well to keep his toe on the bag. The inning is over. The D-backs get a hit and don't score. And after 7, it
I'm gonna go check out Food Truck Row. So, what did you guys get today?
Philly cheesesteaks.
Both of you got the same thing. Are they that good?
Oh, yeah.
Got a hot dog and some fries.
Just kind of basic ballpark.
Chicken bacon sandwich.
Philly cheesesteak.
Okay.
And some
Crinkle cut fries.
Okay, where are you guys from?
We're from Dallas.
Dallas. That's what's fun about baseball. It brings different regions together, not just the ball and glove and bat, but what we're eating.
Supply of bottle quality water right at your tap. Drinking water keeps you healthier, aids in weight loss, keeps skin hydrated, and flushes your body of toxins. Call Parker for your free estimate on a reverse osmosis system at 602-2-REPAIR or visit parkerandsons.com.
D-backs skipper Torey Lovello talks with Burns and Gambo Friday afternoons at 2:30 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Call to the bullpen brought to you by Sanderson Ford. Best play to new Ford is at Sanderson Ford. Here is Anthony DeSclafani, the right-handed veteran, the former Giant and now current Diamondback, out to make his fourth appearance of the season. Call to the bullpen brought to you by Sanderson Ford. Best play to new Ford is at Sanderson Ford. First pitch to Patrick Bailey, and Bailey takes the first pitch strike. The count is 0-1. Well, much of the talk tomorrow, as I imagine on Arizona Sports, is going to surround the performance of Zach Gallen. As the 0-1 Bailey tries to bunt it. He does, but well foul. And the count is now 0-2. Gallen tonight, 7 innings, 2 runs, only 1 was earned. No walks, 10 strikeouts.
What a performance. He really needed that.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And Bailey, a big swing, and he sends it over the netting foul. A lot more aggressive with the fastball. It served him well early, middle, and late in his outing. The 0-2 now. And Bailey takes off the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. After being traded from the Marlins to the Reds, DeSclafani spent 5 years in Cincinnati before 3 years with the Giants. As this 1-2, way out in front is Bailey. And DeSclafani had 54 starts with the Giants during that stretch, got out to almost 300 innings, and I'm sure many of them were to this guy at the plate.
Well, I'm sure they know him pretty well.
Bailey seems to be using a torpedo barrel bat as the 1-2 swung on and again pulled foul. Isn't it funny how much we talked about the torpedo bat the first 2 weeks in the season? I mean, my goodness.
That's what happens when you go to New York and something like that happens.
That was like the Y2K of this year's baseball season.
You know how much extra studying we had to do for that?
Oh, my God. It was insufferable. There's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. And DeSclafani strikes out Bailey. 1 down here in the 8th inning.
Great changeup. Got him to swing well over the top, way out in front of it.
That'll bring up Tyler Fitzgerald. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's not like one player can necessarily turn the tide of your season, but offensively, as Fitzgerald swings at the first pitch, chops it to third. Awkward pickup by Suarez, but makes it look so easy with that throw to first. It's in time, and they're now 2 down.
Yeah, that was a dangerous hop as he got in between there and made the play, though.
How much you think the Giants right now are missing the presence of Matt Chapman in the middle of that lineup?
I think without a doubt, they're paying him an awful lot of money, as they are with Adames and Devers.
The pitch is outside. 1 ball and no strikes the count. Chapman, before he got hurt, 12 homers, 30 RBIs in 65 games. Here's the 1-0 and a strike called. We counted 1-1. D-backs 8 and the Giants 2. Giants have 5 hits. The Diamondbacks have 8 hits. As this 1-1 is a little bit low.
Good pitch.
I suppose in the end the count evens itself out there. The pitch prior was lower but called a strike. As now this 2-1. Swung on and a easy routine ground ball to second. Cattell has it, fires over to Pavin. And how about a 1-2-3 inning for Anthony DeSclafani? We roll along into the bottom of the 8th. It's all Diamondbacks as a
Pushing the boundaries of science, targeting cancer at the molecular level, making every second count with appointments in as little as 24 hours. City of Hope, advancing cancer care at life-saving speed. Learn more at cityofhope.org.
The Arizona Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
We go to the bottom of the 8th inning, and now on to pitch for the Giants. It's a former Met left-handed pitcher, Joey Lucchese. Called to the bullpen, brought to you by Sanderson Ford. The best play to do Ford is at Sanderson Ford. 5 appearances, an 0-1 record, and a 5.40 ERA. As additionally, the Giants have put Luis Matos out into left field. First pitch, and the lefty, Jake McCarthy, takes a strike from the southpaw. The count is 0-1.
Casey with a very herky-jerky delivery.
Here's the 0-1. And McCarthy grounds it foul right side. 0-2 the count. Diamondbacks 3 outs away from a commanding 2-0 series lead in this 4-game set. Here's the 0-2. And a swing and miss by McCarthy. Pitch was in the dirt. McCarthy hustles down to first, but not ahead of the throw. And there is one man down for Randall Grichuk.
Got him with a curveball. He calls it a churve. Between a curveball and a changeup, it's got loose rotation, but has the action of a curveball, and he got him to chase.
You know, the churf just hasn't taken off the way we thought it would. You thought that was going to be in every home in America.
The chirp.
It just didn't happen.
Just didn't chirp enough.
That's the first pitch to Randall Grichuk is high. 1 ball and no strikes. Listen, the churf walked so the sweeper could run. Grichuk just obliterated a home run his last time up. 453 feet, basically to dead center. And now he takes one in the dirt here. 2 balls, no strikes. And, man, the way he swung it today, 2 for 3 with a double and a homer. Maybe give Naylor an extra day off tomorrow. Why not?
Randall swinging the ball. And it doesn't matter if it's a lefty or a righty out there. He's seeing the ball great.
2-0 and a swing and a foul tip. That fastball a little bit out of the zone. It's now a 2-1 count. Talking Stick Resort Playcation is back. Stay and play with rates as low as $129. The 2-1 pitch and a strike. That one on the corner. It's now 2-2. Tomorrow for the Diamondbacks, it is going to be Merrill Kelly. He's been great for the most part this year. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled.
Be awful nice. I think Torrey would love it too if you go through that rotation like 2 times with everybody just pitching outstanding.
2-2 now. And a check swing, and Grichuk down on strikes. He got chirved.
He got chirped on that one. Got him to chase it.
Two down for James McCann. He went back-to-back with Kritchik back in the 2-run 6th inning. And those weren't cheapies, either one of them. Good to see. And McCann, he just looks like a big, strong guy.
He does. Lumberjack.
And now the first pitch here is up and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the 1-0. That one lined to right, but foul. Had ideas of trying to be a opposite field double, but instead it's a 1 ball, 1 strike count. In the 9th inning, the Giants, they'll have Matos, Devers, and then Flores, assuming they do not pinch hit for Devers. Here's the 1-1. And that's just off the plate away for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Now the 2-1. And just a bit high. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Good take.
Eight to 2, Diamondbacks lead. Trying to make some ground right now in the wild card. As this 3-1 pitch is off the plate. That is ball 4. They're not going to appeal. And that'll be a 1-out walk. Or excuse me, a 2-out walk.
Really good at bat. Saw some pitches. They were close. Laid off of them. Draws the walk.
Tough matchup here for Thomas. We already saw Lucchesi dispatch the other left-handed hitter and McCarthy. First pitch here, and Thomas looks at a strike down the middle. From the belt and from the stretch, the 0-1. And that's in the dirt. 1-1.
Lucchesi reminds me a little bit. Do you remember Alex Wood?
Sure, he was with the Giants, also the
Dodgers a little bit.
Yeah.
He has a little similarity to him in his delivery.
1-1, that's up the middle, and that's going to slither on into center field, a base hit. Look at McCann run. He's flying towards third. The throw goes to third. Thomas goes to second. He is safe. And the D-backs now with 2 in scoring position. And the top of the order coming up in the 8th inning.
I just love the hustle like that. I know the fans love that also. McCann could have very easily just been content stopping at second base on this, but he got a nice little jump. That ball's in front of me, read it, and he just put it in another gear and even drew the throw. And a great trail running right there by Alec Thomas, who gets into second base.
Remember, McCann spent 42 games this year in AA and AAA combined. You get back to the big leagues, you savor every step when you run the bases like that. As now here is Perdomo, and the first pitch to him is on the corner, 0-1. 8-2 Diamondbacks lead, but they have officially got the opportunity to put it out of reach. Here's the 0-1. And Perdomo pops it up foul. And the count is 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Lucchesi ready. He throws, and he missed head high over the plate. It's 1-2.
That's way upstairs that time. He wanted to make sure he missed well above the zone instead of in the zone.
That's in the tree house.
That knocks something out of the tree.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Really good curve. And he strikes out Perdomo as the inning comes to an end. He strikes out the side. The D-backs get a hit and walk, but we go to the
I was so inspired by what you were making that I want to do my own all-star ballpark bite, but I'm thinking we take some of that brisket that you make, and I'm going to do like a little slider. Got the pepper jack cheese, some American, get it going with some of the barbecue sauce that you have, that spicy, delicious one, and then caramelized onions. Make like a little sandwich. We cool?
Sound like a plan.
I think we did good.
Oh, thank you. Did
Thank
great.
you.
Thanks, Chef.
Mornings at 11:45. Team President Derek Hall joins Bickley and Murata Thursday mornings at 7:45. The Skipper joins Burns and Gambo Friday afternoons at 2:30. Never miss another D-backs conversation when you subscribe to the Arizona Sports YouTube channel, Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app, the local sports leader and the home of Arizona Diamondbacks baseball.
D-backs Front Office Focus, Wednesday mornings at 11:45 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
We go to the ninth inning. Last chance for the Giants in this one, and the D-backs have themselves an 8-2 lead as Luis Matos is going to lead off. Matos hitting just a .167 on the year. He's got a .572 OPS, 4 homers, 7 RBIs, and the right-hander takes upstairs from Anthony DeSclafani, 1 ball and no strikes. There's the 1-0. And that's going to be on the edge. You know, Candy, this is a game where if this result holds, the Diamondbacks, respectfully, they beat the Giants in every facet of the game. Starting pitching was better. The relief pitching was better. As that pitch is outside, the base running, the defense, the offense, all of it goes to the side of Arizona.
They wanted this game. And, again, just as it was last night,
there's a swing and a ball hit out to fairly deep left field. Gurriel can't reach it, and it will just one hop over the wall into the Diamondback bullpen for a ground rule double.
You know, the tone of this game was set by Zach Gallen. I know he got the 2 runs he gave up in that second inning, but that should have only been 1. And then the D-backs offense took place, and Zach Gallen rallied, and he looked about as potent as he's ever looked.
Here is Rafi Devers. He swings at the first pitch, and he fouls it away. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the 0-1. Now he swings again. He fouls that one back. And the count is 0-2.
Let's see if he goes upstairs with the fastball. Devers has had trouble with that pitch all yesterday, a little bit today.
And that one is upstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
He tried. He just missed with it. Actually shocked Devers didn't try to swing at it.
Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. And Devers down on strikes.
Great pitch. He dropped the curveball on him right down the middle of the plate. And again, his timing is off. He's not seeing the ball at all.
Sure doesn't look like it tonight. He's now struck out 6 times in the first 2 games of the series. And here is Wilmer Flores, like a statue, takes the first pitch for a strike. The 0-1. Flores swings, pulls it on the ground, foul. And the count is quickly no balls, 2 strikes. D-backs trying to get back to over 500. As this 0-2 pitch from DeSclafani is badly outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Now the pitch, check swing, bunt to first, backing up his Pavin. He makes the catch on the first cut of the outfield turf. And Candy, that pretty much sums up what the offense has been like for the Giants thus far.
A great break there. Just a curveball that was above the strike zone, outside part of the plate. He started to swing and then he wanted to check. He just blooped it right back. Pavin Smith making a nice, easy play.
Dominic Smith, the last chance for the Giants. And here's the first pitch. He swings, he grounds it towards second, sliding Cattell, pops to his feet, and he throws to first in time. Ball game. The Diamondbacks win by a final score of 8-2. And the Giants, they just could not slow down nor keep up with this offense tonight. He got homers from Gurriel, from Grichuk, from McCarthy, and from McCann. As the D-backs now again back over 500 at 43-42.
Well, D-backs with great pitching, and like you said, the power numbers. The home run was prevalent in this game, but to me it was more about Zach Gallen going out there and just commanding